Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. So this episode is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, get them over there on SeatGeek. Use my last name at checkout. You guys get $20 off your tickets. That's for first time orders only. If you've used SeatGeek before, make a new account. Still use the code, because save $20. Because why in the world would you not save $20? Last name, checkout code. Moving on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to jump into this one. We have a lot to talk about today, but nothing is confirmed. So we're going to just go straight into this. It's already that time. Get those juice boxes out. Have those juice boxes good and ready, guys, because it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. So the first rumor of the day is going to be about WWE blading / having blood in matches. Okay, we don't want to talk about this too much. Because I'm kind of like iffy talking about this, because it's kind of nasty to talk about. But nonetheless, sometimes when we have to wrestle a match, sometimes we got some blood happening. So what's the deal with that? It hasn't been happening in the WWE very recently, in recent years, all that much. Every once in a while it would happen. Sometimes people would just get like busted open there, or there would be like an accident or a problem or something like that. So what's the deal? We're starting to see it more, especially. We're talking about this Hell in a Cell match where it was just like literally everywhere. Apparently Drew wasn't supposed to. That was accidental. Punk was. That was on purpose. So what's the deal? So WWE is going to be using it on purpose for like special matchups, special parts of special feuds. And they did that for Drew and as well as Punk. That was the plan. But yeah, they got kind of out of hand. It was just like everywhere. It's a very nasty match. But it was an excellent match. Like, it was like absolutely wonderful and a masterpiece. And a perfect way to end that feud. But as far as, bladed blood, a whole deal, you're going to be seeing it more in like heavier, deep feuds and stuff like that. But you can get used to seeing that a little bit more. But you're not going to be seeing it like on Raw and SmackDown just every freaking week. We're going to see some very intense things happening for very intense feuds, I guess. Alright, the next rumor of the day is about the Elimination Chamber. Alright, so here we go. So Elimination Chamber is one of the coolest premium live events, pay-per-view special event things that the WWE does. Used to be happening every year, disappeared for a little while. Came back. I'm glad it's back. Elimination Chamber is cool. So, ultimately, 2025 is on the approach, right? This year is winding down, so we have to talk about 2025 and where these shows are going to be, if these shows are happening, and what's the deal there. So apparently, I have an update about Elimination Chamber 2025. It will be happening. Elimination Chamber will return in 2025. As for a location, it looks like it might be an international show, and they might actually be doing Elimination Chamber 2025 in... Let's see. In the UK, actually. So they're talking England, maybe? Maybe somewhere in England. I don't know if it'll be in London or another city. I live in the United States, because I'm not going to name off all the cities where it could be in England, because I have not traveled to those cities, and I don't know what arenas have the proper infrastructure to be able to hang that Elimination Chamber structure from. Because I remember before it was kind of hard to find arenas. Is the reason I guess it initially like went away for a while is because they had to have like infrastructure on the ceiling to be able to support the structure, and not too many arenas could, and they had problems with that. It was a nightmare to book it. But maybe they come up with like a new system or something like that where it's not such a big deal. Anyway, I don't want to say London specifically, but London is an option that they would be looking at. But somewhere in England, they would like to have Elimination Chamber 2025, and maybe they're currently working on a deal, or maybe they already have, and we'll get an update here soon. But Elimination Chamber 2025 happening over there in the UK, more specifically in the England area. Alright, the next rumor is going to be about Goldberg. So Goldberg, we saw return at Bad Blood. That was a surprise. I mean, it kind of made sense where he was like in Atlanta. Like, there's a show in Atlanta, and then people were saying Goldberg might be having a match against Gunther instead of Sammy, and that would make sense, and it didn't actually happen that way. But Goldberg was front row, and I'm like, what is this? Is he actually supposed to be? I can imagine he would buy a ticket and just come here. But maybe it would just to rub it in their face. But they ultimately ended up doing something. Goldberg was in the ring and everything. Goldberg, WWE looks like they have worked out a deal for Goldberg to come back. So the question remains, at the next Premium Live event, the next main Premium Live event, Survivor Series, is that the match? Are we going to have Goldberg versus Gunther? Are we going to have it at WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or something like that? This rumor is saying Goldberg and the Gunther, they have no plans for a match. He's like, wait, well, you totally just set up the match. What are we doing? That could change. It could be a Survivor Series, but at this exact given time, there is no details for a match. Maybe they just had Goldberg there doing his thing and kind of setting up something, and he doesn't have a contract, and they have to sign the guy before he can have a match. I don't know. All I know right now, the time of this recording, there is absolutely no plans for Goldberg's match in the WWE. at least in the near future or right now, but hopefully they'll sign him in something to work out there. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, the next rumor is about Big E. So if you guys do not know, well, I'm pretty sure everyone knows at this point, Big E is no longer a wrestler. He's no longer on the active roster. He broke his neck a few years back and has not been able to wrestle since. He's been getting different doctors' opinions. Some say he can wrestle, but it's a huge risk. So he said, I just don't want to be willing to take that risk of screwing up my entire life, just have a few more matches. So he's been having to get more opinions and stuff like that. He's been completely fine. He's been on like the panel and stuff and having a spot in the WWE as a commentator, if you will. But this rumor is actually saying Big E is actually trying to get cleared. They're trying to work with different doctors, seeing what can be done or how it's healing up or stuff like that. And maybe Big E will be returning to WWE soon and returning to the New Day soon. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But there's some rumors going around right now. They might be working out something, and maybe there's good news there, and maybe they're creatively trying to do something. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Always a huge Big E fan, and hopefully he'll be able to return one day. I don't know if it's going to be one day very, very soon or in the far distant future, but it does look like Big E does have a desire to get back in the ring. So, honestly, we'll just have to wait and see. Big E return might be happening sometime soon, because he's currently trying to get cleared, I guess. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and believe it or not, this is actually it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final news story. This is the final rumor, the final thing we're talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. This is about none other than The Rock. So The Rock returned at Bad Blood, so shocking the world, surprising the world. I wasn't expecting that, like, Bad Blood, and I wasn't expecting them to make Bad Blood like such a huge deal and a huge premium live event. I'm like, oh, it's a filler show before Survivor Series. Survivor Series is the main thing, but they really went way far out for Bad Blood. Maybe that's because they knew The Rock was going to be there. I don't know, but they went way out. It was such a wonderful show. So basically, what's the plans for The Rock? Because there's currently a rumor been going around for the past few days saying The Rock's not able to work WrestleMania, and The Rock's missing WrestleMania 41 and all of this. So I have an update about that false rumor that's going around. Apparently it wasn't true. The Rock himself came out and said, that's total BS. Don't believe that. Don't believe anything you hear online. The Rock will be at WrestleMania. The Rock will be wherever the hell The Rock wants to be, and don't listen to people online. So The Rock himself pretty much cleared up that rumor. So the plan is a green light. The plan's a go for what we've been hearing. He will be at WrestleMania. If that's going to be a match against Cody Rhodes for the title, which it looks like it might be, or if that's going to be a match against Roman Reigns himself, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But The Rock, he's working WrestleMania. He's probably going to work shows before that and after that as well. The Rock is going to be working when he's scheduled to be working. He's kind of worked his movies around and wrestling around everything in his busy schedule. So yeah, The Rock, WrestleMania rumors, not true. Rock's going to be WrestleMania. The plans we've been hearing are true, and we're going to keep going with this Bloodline Rock story. So you guys, that's pretty much to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm your one and only undisputed king of Vlog Style, Brandon Edge, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.